Coming right up, the Lakers taking on the 76ers. For Los Angeles, every game presents another chance to improve and refine their brand of basketball. They want to win each half, each quarter, each minute, each possession. Sixers, Lakers is next, right after this. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, the 2 megastars are the big men, LeBron and Davis. Monk is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Bazemore at the 3. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight, both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work.
Bazemore. Now the Lakers on the break. James with the ball. Bazemore on the wing. Yes, it's James.
Who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block is going to put a major bounce in his step.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid. Here's Simmons. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Embiid. He trains the turnaround.
A tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Simmons. Hook shot. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bazemore passes to Westbrook. Now here's Monk. Guarded by Curry. Back to Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down.
Westbrook Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Some changes for Philadelphia. Milton finds Thibault. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Far, still no points in the game. With some arc. Here's Drummond. And a missed layup. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. 76ers ahead, up 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people I don't really need to hear from. You know, I don't mind. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's going to say something, which is fine. But at the same time, I got to worry about, what I need to focus on.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
What we saw.
Point range. The 3 from Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Sensational.
Every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. Fogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Here's Embiid following the basket by Anthony Davis. Embiid inside. Green dishes to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. And Green with the basket on the assist by Simmons. 1:43 left in the second quarter. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, you got to push Embiid out farther. I mean, when he's this close, he's focused on one thing, wrecking that rim.
Now here's Bazemore. Outside Westbrook. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and then Monk with the dunk. On the wing, Harris. Took him no time at all. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. Westbrook's got 5.
Boy, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Joel, you've got the lead, so how do you build on that as the game continues?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports halftime.
Basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Feeds it to Davis. Kicks to Bazemore. Bangs home the trifecta. Bazemore's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Outside for Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Well, you've got to be conscious of Curry's whereabouts in these situations now because he loves the back-at-you triple.
Here's James. Basket good.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Outside Curry. Releases. Again, Philadelphia. As we
And playmaking of Ben Simmons is someone that size that you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passes, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
And Philadelphia has possession. A 2-point game. Timeout called the 76ers.
Every time
And Los Angeles with some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Monk. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. George Niang, he's checked in for Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Green. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half, not like it was in the first.
Outside, Davis. Back to Westbrook. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Westbrook's got... He hits both from the stripe.
we're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Very pretty. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. Plays it in off the breakaway. And Rondo drops them both. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Another miss. Harris with it. Westbrook picks him up. Simmons passes to Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
You know, Embiid has a very similar story to Tim Duncan's. I mean, the Cameroon native did not start playing basketball until later in life. Now he's one of the very best in the game.
And Embiid drops them both.
As they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here is Davis. Back to Westbrook. It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Embiid. The offensive rebound. Philadelphia leading by 5. Harris inside the line. And hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
Westbrook drives in. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And even though it didn't go down, he did some nice work to get that inside.
Curry kicks to Embiid. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Davis can't get it to go.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Harris passes to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. There's Green with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Hey, he's amongst the best shooters in the game, and Green is not a creator. We know that. He's a finisher. He works extremely well off the pass.
Now here's Davis. Rejected by Harris.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 10. Westbrook can't get it to go. 76ers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. High post, Embiid. Over Monk. Embiid, no good. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Simmons. Outside, Green. There's the triple. A new 14 for the 76ers. And Los Angeles guys shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Anthony finds Davis. Trying trying to get something going, and James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Eibel's checked in. The 76ers leading by 10. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Simmons with it. Passes to Embiid. Now, here's Thibault. Clock at 6. Over Monk. Embiid kicks to Harris. It's good from the top of the key. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the 76ers.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And that one's good by Davis.
You know, with his ability to stretch the floor, Davis really adds another dimension to his team's offense.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the 76ers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Joel Embiid.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Outside for Simmons. Back to Embiid, and stolen by LeBron. Monk for three. Knocks it loose.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now?